Ryan Clark, the ESPN broadcaster, the former Pittsburgh Steelers safety, he snapped on Aaron Rodgers. Let's play SOT number 8.
This dude is once again tone deaf. This dude is once again unaware. This dude is once again arrogant to a point that's almost sickening. He has all of this cachet because he's a good player, but they ain't people around here that come around and talk about what type of leader you are. They ain't people that come around here and talk about wanting to follow you because of the type of man you have been. This dude is a fraud, right? He's been a fraud, and he could throw a football, and that's where it stops. Once that talent ends, so does him, and so does he. Because he says these things, and he talks tough, and he behaves in this way, but he ain't. Aaron Rodgers, you're being paid to be on that show to give your thoughts and opinions as a personality.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, he is not to me a first ballot Hall of Famer. He is one of the best and most talented quarterbacks to ever play this game. And he ain't no more. And his problem is that people are willing to say it. Are people not supposed to be able to do their jobs and do their jobs in an unbiased way and be honest about who you are as a player because you feel like you had a better career than them?
Yeah.
I don't agree to that. And for you to sit up there and say that there are these people who feel like they have now become the celebrity or they have now become the superstar or the sports center of old is gone. Yeah, bro, because times change. The reason that they're paying you $1 million or whatever it is to be on Pat McAfee is because you had a great career and people are going to listen to your opinions, which people listen to my opinion. People listen to Cam Newton's opinion. People listen to Stephen A's opinion because those opinions are informed. And so my biggest problem with Aaron Rodgers, because to me, I'm actually not upset about what he's saying because I ain't no hit dog. And you know a hit dog a holler. Mm-hmm. My issue with him is you're doing the exact same thing.
You're doing it too.
And the reason that you're getting this opportunity to say these asinine things is because someone is paying you who is exactly the same thing that you are now speaking out against.
That's Ryan Clark. Ryan Clark was responding. Let's play what triggered all of this originally. I believe it's SOT number 5, Aaron Rodgers talking about ESPN and the sports media today. SOT 5.
There's a lot of people talking about the game now, both non-players, non-former players, and former players who, are trying to stay relevant fame-wise. So the takes and the criticism, I think, are a lot different than they were maybe in the mid-2000s. I'm not talking about you, Pat, so chill out or stop being sensitive. Talking about these experts on TV who nobody remembers what they did in their career. So in order for them to stay relevant, they have to make comments that keep them in the conversation. That wasn't going on in 2008, 2009. That was non-existent. The sports center of my youth. Those guys made the highlights so much fun, and that's what they showed on SportsCenter. Now it's all talk shows and people whose opinions are so important now, and they believe they're the celebrities now. They're the stars for just being able to talk about sports or give a take about sports, many of which are unfounded or asinine, as we all know. But that's the environment that we're in now.
So with that bit of context, you can hear why, in my view, Ryan Clark might have a response. And Aaron Rodgers did say that, what did he say? No one can remember who they played, and they're actually stars now. And so that's what I believe triggered Ryan Clark to say, well, hold on, man, you're on Pat McAfee's show. He was a punter. No one remembers what he did in the NFL, and now he's the biggest star. Ryan Clark responds to that. And so now he did this whole fraud deal. Aaron Rodgers yesterday went back on Pat McAfee's show and went after Ryan Clark over the vaccine. Let's play that clip.
PSA is this. I know I got to say this multiple times for people because they don't listen, but say whatever the you want about me. I don't care. But just before you do it, whether you state your name, your accolades, pronouns, whatever it is, just state your vax status so that anything you say afterwards gets put in the right light. To just get it out there. Because then when you say things about me, people can at least be like, oh, you are captured by the multi-billion-dollar propaganda psyop, and you're still upset about it.
Okay.
This will help things out.
Yeah, this is good. This will settle it all down. I appreciate that. And
Hey, you know what I mean? Just put that in just so everybody knows where you're coming from. Everybody knows, okay, cool. You're twice vax Moderna with 3 booster shots. And then boom, boom, boom. Say what you want to say. Whatever. I don't care. I'm just saying a PSA. Just please help everybody out who's wondering, where is this coming from? Including myself. What the f is this coming from? But just give a little PSA. You do a little bit of digging, then you know where it's all coming from, right? You're captured, you're highly vaccinated, and then say whatever the hell you want to say about me, because I couldn't give 2 shits about it. All I care about is that you put that little disclaimer out there, just like it's in the bottom for me, that I'm a champ, MVP, and I am enthusiastic about ayahuasca. Just put, instead of your accolades that you need to have out there, so desperately, just put your vax status as well, because you cared so much about it, during the COVID years.
all right.
So just put it out there on your bio when you're on your shows or whatever. You don't just need a brooch with your initials.
Oh, jeez. All right.
Put your vax status on there too.
Okay. All right.
So the brooch comment made it real clear he's talking about Ryan Clark, who wears a brooch with his initials on it, some of his outfits. Having said all that, we got more competition going on in the broadcast booth than we do on the field. These guys don't like each other, and they're letting it be known. And I don't really have a problem. Do I like Aaron Rodgers more than Ryan Clark? Yes. Ryan Clark annoys the hell out of me with his race baiting and his over-dramatized opinions or whatever. But in this instance, Aaron Rodgers threw the first punch, and Ryan Clark came back and threw another punch, and I'm kind of sitting back and enjoying it.
I don't know that he threw the first punch. We may even have a shot of Ryan Clark criticizing him in his last game in Green Bay. Ryan Clark has been seriously critical of Aaron Rodgers, and a lot of it is post the vax stuff. So Aaron is looking at Ryan and saying, listen, you weasel punk, you were just a safety that nobody will remember long term. And that's the reality. He was a good safety. I wouldn't want to get hit by Ryan Clark. He was a safety nobody will remember. And to Aaron's credit, and he's wrong about this, but he's like, nobody's going to be talking about me in 5-10 years after I retire either. That's how the game works. And so you wanted to get into broadcasting to stay relevant, and you stay relevant by criticizing me. That's your whole gig.